Hi guys, so just in this video I've got a few stumps that I got from a house demolition job. I just thought I'd see if I can turn them into something useful, a bit of fun. So I've got them all cut into the rough shape that I want, and here I'm just squaring up the edges. I just run them all through the thicknesser, get the edges all nice and neat. And then I'll glue these together to get a bit more of a pad for the holder. Here's my little makeshift router table. It seemed to work pretty well. So just glue them up, and I'll scrape a bit of that stuff off there, and then I'll go and rejoint that surface, run it through the thicknesser. I'd say this is either Australian river redgum, or it could even be jarrah, if that's how you pronounce it. Here I'm just organising the best looking faces and how I sort of want them to look, and then I just number them so I don't get them mixed up through the process. I'm just quickly squaring up the edges, and then square the whole lot up so that they're all the same length. Now just clean up this other piece as well. I just went with a bit of a staggered pattern. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it might have been like 30mm up with the second one in, or it was something like that. But yeah, there is a bit of a pattern to it. I made a bit of a mistake here with the router, the way it wants to dip down. You'll see it's not perfectly flat, but then I just swapped my piece of steel guide to the bottom side, and it yeah, it come up a lot flatter. It was just lucky I left a bit of room there for me first go. So I just redone it and fixed that up. Here I just quickly cut a few spaces for later on when I put it together, for in between the little posts. Just put a bit of a round over on it all. So I'm just marking the centers for all my holes, and I'll drill them through. I did make a bit of a, not so much a mistake, but would have been quicker to just use the bigger countersunk drill bit first, but it didn't matter. I just used a twist drill that I'll show you a bit later on. So now I've got it clamped up with my spacers in the center and just drilling through to mark it on the plank. I had a bit of drama with my chuck. It pays to make sure it's in tight, but I ended up getting it out with a new drill that I've got aside. So I was just using these little threaded inserts. I liked them for this because it just makes it so you can pull it apart again if you want. I found from previously using these it's a little bit easier if you go, yeah, a little bit deeper, instead of going right on and then they bottom out on you. I also just like to wind them in a bit and then back them out and then go again, but it looks like in that one that I just went all the way in. I also didn't worry about gluing this. It's fairly hard sort of wood, so I don't think they'll strip out. So this is where I'm just using a twist drill just because it finds the center, but I made a bit of a mistake there and it grabs, but I was able to fix that. It just drilled a lot further than I wanted to. So then I use this, I think they're called forcener bits, so that was just to get the flush, so the bolts sat in flush, but they also have a square little cut, as you can see there. So here I'm just fixing that bit where I went a bit fast with the twist drill. These are just like leftover bar ends from a motorbike. They come with all different sizes, so I was a bit lucky there that one of these was a perfect fit, and then it reduced it down to the bolts that I was using, so I just super glued it in, and it still had, I hadn't gone right through, so it was still going to catch as well. So I think, if anything, this one will probably be stronger than the rest of them. But I just tightened it down with a nut to pull it into the bit of flat that was in there. I just mark all the sides with a pencil and sanded them all up. I think I went to 180 on this. I didn't think it needed too much more, considering it would probably be used as an outdoor plant holder. Sort of could have the option of either. I just gave it a quick water pop. Also this Redgum, or whichever it was, it doesn't, the grain doesn't seem to stand up much, but I still gave it a bit of a water pop. I've really been liking this Odie's oil. I did use, I can't remember exactly what the difference is now, but this is their one that you can use for indoor and outdoor use. I've got one of the other one, I think it's something butter. Odie's wood butter it might be called. I really like that one. But yeah, either way, I like both of them, the way you apply them and then the way you wipe it off. They're just really, I just find I get really good results from it. So I haven't read the instructions for a while, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, it says to apply it with that cloth thing that I had, and then let it sit for an hour, and then just wipe all the excess off with a towel, which I've done. There was a few little bits I had to get it in there with a toothbrush, sort of, and just scratch it in there and then wipe it out. And here I'm just putting it together. I think they were M6 bolts. I just got a couple of little rubber things. I didn't film it earlier, but yeah, I marked and pre-drilled those holes. That just helps keep the bottom out from the wall a bit, so that the shelf ends up sitting square, if that makes sense. And also the little chrome ones there, just a picture frame kit off eBay that I bought for hanging it, so that you can't see the hanging or anything when it's hung. So there it is, all done up on the wall. Then I go and pinch one of my girlfriend's plants just to see how it looks. I hope you liked that, guys. Yeah, and thanks for watching. See yous.